Hey Trevor, I'm so excited. It's we did the whole spooky season month of October for Relax and Rewind. We did Jaws, we did Exorcist, we did great Halloween movies, and I'm just so happy that we're finishing it up on Halloween and we're releasing it on Halloween. It's gonna be so crazy.
Sean, there's one little
What?
problem with that. It's November 14th.
What?
It is the middle of November. Where have you
Wait.
been, man?
Well, I mean I fell asleep and then I woke up today, and it's not Halloween.
No.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I did wake up really, really relaxed, honestly. So
Well, I guess we'll just have to rewind back to Halloween. Relax and rewind.
Halloween up next.
Halloween episode. Yeah!
Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. I think he'll come back.
Exploring uncharted territory.
Totally charted.
Just talk.
Sure. The only reason she babysits is to have
Halloween.
Okay, Linda.
Come on out. Halloween. The night he came home.
All right, and welcome back to Relax and Rewind. Halloween.
The internet's number one podcast.
The internet's number one show that is titled Relax and Rewind and has covered some older movies.
Yeah, that's
We-
quite the qualifier.
Yeah. Of course, this episode is on John Carpenter's 1978 film Halloween.
And of course it is
It-
Halloween
of-
right now,
Of
officially.
course. Yeah, sure. It's definitely not. This is definitely not being released 2 weeks after.
Well, okay.
Halloween,
Real talk.
Yeah.
Halloween is important because for whatever reason, Thanksgiving gets completely ignored. And the second
Well, at least-
November hits,
at
it's like,
least-
oh, it's Christmas time.
Wait, we're getting a Thanksgiving horror movie soon, so
That is true.
it's not getting overlooked anymore. But yeah,
Well, like Thanksgiving doesn't have its own set of music.
that's
and,
true.
Like, actually, I feel like it does, but it's just like
No one cares.
No one cares about it. It's not on the radio.
But
like
we're not
Christmas
talking about.
music is.
We're not talking about Thanksgiving. We're talking about Halloween. Halloween the movie.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh.
Of course, this is, as you could probably tell, this is not being released on Halloween, but we're still releasing it because we watched it. We had the outline all set up and prepared. Just some schedules, some missed schedules, and
Some people fell deathly ill.
yeah,
They got
yeah, somebody
abducted
definitely
by
not me.
aliens and ghosts, and there's a werewolf there too.
Yeah, no, I was not feeling good last week, so we didn't do it. But finally, we're here. We're doing it. I know it's gonna
No,
be a
no,
little
no.
bit late.
It's not because you were sick. It's because the Wolfman was screwing around with you.
The Wolfman was
Yeah.
doing what to me?
He's
What?
preventing you from recording.
Yes. But anyways, of course we're doing this, and then hopefully later in the week we will release. We'll go back to our normal schedule.
And we'll be
Um,
talking about Christmas movies.
We will not be doing Christmas
No.
movies just yet. Hopefully, we did one themed month. We can't just do another themed month right away.
We can do it.
Um,
I don't know what the theme of November would be besides sadness.
Yeah. Fair. But anyways, like we promised, we were gonna cap off the spooky season picks with Halloween, and now we're doing it. Sorry, it's a little bit late, but anyways, let's just kind of get right into it. Interesting thing about this is that I'm pretty sure you watched this at home,
Yep.
and then I watched this actually in a theater.
And then I watched part of it in the theater.
Yeah, you watched
Anyway.
like the last 10 minutes, right?
It was like the last half hour,
Yeah.
i.e. the good part.
Yeah,
More or less.
yeah, more or less. But yeah, no, was just we haven't really had a movie that we saw in theaters, I think, in all of this. Besides,
Like the October stuff.
like of the entire show.
Oh,
I think we've all only watched them like at home. I'm pretty sure. So,
well, that's usually the case for old movies.
well, yeah, but I mean, but we did like the Nice Guys. and
Actually,
that- we
drive-
were old enough to be in a theater to
hey,
go see
I
it. so.
drive a Chevrolet movie theater,
Oh my
so I
God.
can watch it. And no, I'm just kidding.
on the on the go.
Yeah.
But yeah, what should say? Normally, I ask the person why they picked this, but since this is a
no one picked
special
It-
episode and
Halloween special.
no one picked it.
Why did John Carpenter pick this movie? What do you
that's
have
a
to
g-
say, John?
John, your mic's not plugged in? Oh, he's leaving. Oh,
Well, no, technical
All right.
difficulty. We'll get him back
no,
later.
he's leaving. He's gone. Look at
oh.
him. There he goes.
Well, I guess we won't get.
Well, we will never know. But
We'll never know.
since since no one picked it, I should ask you. I'll start off and say, what'd you think about this movie? This was your first time seeing it. This
Yeah,
was
it was
my
the first.
time
Well, it was the
seeing
first
it.
time I saw it all the way through, beginning to end.
Okay.
Besides the 10 minutes I missed.
Yeah.
But point is, it's one of those movies that you've heard about. Literally every Halloween since probably 1978. People bring it up, and it's like, it has. It's definitely part of the pop culture.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's a big movie franchise.
I
at
think
this
the
point
last
as well.
episode we did, Scream. It's in Scream.
Yeah, that's kind of.
So.
Whoa! Yeah.
Whoa.
Movies within movies.
That's meta.
Whoa!
Okay.
You can do that. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, every Halloween, someone's talking about it.
Yeah.
Or like,
there's
oh, it's on TV. Actually, it was on TV a couple times.
well, yeah. I
Yeah.
think AMC does the lead up to Halloween, and they show like a lot of the Halloweens. And I totally did not watch this on Halloween. I watched it on November 2nd. So.
You.
Ugh.
Anger.
Yeah.
That's my only reaction.
Whoops. But yeah,
Did that ruin the experience for you? Like,
No,
oh,
not
it's not
really.
October anymore.
No, not really. Honestly, that's actually
Halloween was so underwhelming this year. I did nothing.
I worked.
I think I was at work too, actually. But
Worked the entire day.
even if I wasn't, if I was at home that day, I would have done nothing.
Yeah,
It would have been kind of.
seeing trick or treaters.
I feel like okay. I know like where I live is not a particularly like kid friendly neighborhood.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, there's no sidewalks for one thing, so that's not good. It's like
you made yourself sound like you live in like a crack like
no.
alley that has a bunch of
From
crack
a
and
crime standpoint, you can leave all your doors unlocked. No one would come in. But like, there's no
stuff.
sidewalks.
It's just difficult to get.
There's
to
not
your
a lot of
house,
there's
yeah.
not a lot of kids
know.
that live around there anyway. I forgot to ask my mom how many trick or treaters we had because she's been keeping track like the last 4
Oh
years.
really? She has like a
because-
chart.
Yeah, because like, I I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, like before COVID, we had like 20, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And then year after we had like maybe like 10. COVID year happened. Fair enough. We had like 4 people that time.
Yeah.
And then
I remember my Halloween COVID.
I think like the year after it was like 6 people, and then like 4 again, and then like I don't know if we had anyone this year, to be honest.
Jeez.
Maybe the neighbor kid. I think there's like neighbors, but
Yeah.
that's it. Like
so
absolutely
do you
no
fill
one.
your time then with watching horror movies, or in the case of Halloween 2019, watching Blazing Saddles with me and Graham?
Yeah, that was a good. That was a
That
good
was a great
day.
year.
It was also snowed that day. It also snowed on
Yes,
Halloween.
it did.
It was the first snow.
See,
of the
and
year.
I think that's also to kinda,
horrible weather every single year. That doesn't help with the trick or treaters.
doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that I was like, I didn't when I said
I mean, I would imagine around here you'd probably get a lot of trick or treaters,
yes.
right? Sidewalks, big plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flat roads that are
Yeah.
even and paved. Definitely helps.
Yeah. Like I said, I was working all Halloween, so I don't even know.
All I gotta say is we only had 1 bowl of candy, and I probably consumed 75% of it. So,
Damn. All right.
okay, maybe more,
But anyways.
more like 50-50. Me, trick or treaters, and like my dad and mom.
Yeah.
Consuming the candy,
That's normally how Halloween goes in my household.
like
now.
1% to the actual trick or treaters that showed up. Whatever.
But anyways, we'll get off this side tangent of how Halloween goes.
Kids
But,
don't want to be outside anymore. I think
uh,
it's just where you live, though. It makes
yeah.
a huge difference.
Oh,
but-
definitely. But and you brought up like it snowed on Halloween here.
Terrible weather.
Terrible weather.
every single year.
But like, and that's why I said like
At
when-
least our trees change colors in the fall.
yeah.
Unlike you, the South. Jeez. Is
Or
it even
just shade to the south? They've done a lot
hey,
worse, but
hey, I like having seasons, unlike you guys.
I love how this conversation on the Halloween movie has delved into
Well, fun fact.
screw the South.
Skip to a fun fact.
Oh, okay. We're just
Haddonfield, Illinois is not a real place.
what?
Nope, it's
Oh,
not a real
yeah?
place. The movie was filmed in California, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
spelled.
You told me this.
This is the film bro fact, kind of. At least one of them, maybe for this movie qualifier. Early nominee.
Qualify. Yeah.
They had a bunch of leaves, and they had to throw them around and pick them back up to make it look like it was fall. Meanwhile, I think in a couple of shots you can see like a palm tree.
Oh, really?
Or like some kind of
That's
tree
Odd
that's
Sal.
obviously not Illinois.
That's
you know?
obviously Odd Sal, the town kook, who
What?
has a bunch of palm trees. That's the retcon.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
So
some
why there's
some
a palm
guy,
tree in
some
there?
guy in Illinois just has a palm tree farm.
Yeah. But going quickly back to what I said is like, since it snowed on Halloween, I didn't feel like watching it on November 2nd didn't feel anything different. Like it honestly felt probably more
The weather was
like
better
Halloween,
November
yeah.
2nd.
like there was only 2 other people in my theater. Like the theater was dead. So
Oh, yeah.
like watching it alone, it
It's
felt
kind of
more
funny
like
that
that,
they showed it a couple days after Halloween.
Yeah. it's
like,
really funny.
Did they expect anyone to go to those shows? They really had nothing to show that
Yeah.
week.
Well, what was it? What released that week, anyways? Was it?
I have no recollection.
Um.
Well, Five Nights at Freddy's, but
Yeah, but that was like the week before.
yeah, that was like the week. Well, yeah, but like you would think if you just take out the Halloweens on November 1st and 2nd, just replace them with Five Nights at Freddy's, they'd probably sell a ticket.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. But, anyways, Halloween the movie. We'll finally get off how our Halloweens went.
Yeah, it's
But
made by one of my favorite directors,
yeah.
John Carpenter.
did you actually? That's actually a good question. Is like, how do you feel about Halloween, especially since it's? Sorry, I just looked up the what movies came out that week.
Yeah.
Why it was dead, and it was pretty much a bunch of like a bunch of streaming movies,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
And then like Priscilla, the wide release of Priscilla.
Which
So,
is a biopic. Understandable
Yeah.
why people might not watch that one.
but anyways, Yeah. How do you think this stacks up to like your?
So
like,
John Carpenter had made 2 movies before Halloween,
yes.
but I feel like Halloween is the one that put him on the map, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely, there was like a big feel for a lot of people like Assault on Precinct 13, but Halloween like shot him into.
Yeah,
like,
and
fame.
we talked a little bit about John Carpenter's history in the Thing episode, which is the first episode of this show, and also my favorite movie, the Thing, that is.
Yeah.
And if you watch that episode, you heard us talk about John Carpenter. Obviously, the Thing came later, and in that time, I think he refined the filmmaking process a little bit better, because Halloween, it definitely feels like a young director is at the helm. Like, there's nothing too crazy going on. It's very simple shots. It's
simple but effective. I would
simple but effective
Yeah.
for sure. I would say watching it all the way through for the first time, I was a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, I think we both came to the kind of the consensus that we were both. I think, and I think it's because like Halloween in and of itself has become such a not a fantasy, but it's become like this larger than life movie that's like you're supposed to watch it when you're 13 with some friends in the dark on Halloween night. And
it's got like legendary status.
Yeah, and we both watched it in our 20s alone.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have said this at some point in their October spooky season, but it's like there's like a certain age cutoff where like nothing is scary anymore.
Yeah.
There's no movie can scare me.
Taxes are scarier than horror movie at a certain age.
Yeah,
so.
taxes are scary. So like no movie can scare me. Movies can disgust me though. I'm looking at you, Saw.
Yeah. I love how we both knew there were.
Gore is not the same as actual like scary. You know?
Yeah.
There's a difference. I think everyone would agree with that. But yeah, Halloween. It's tough to say, but I feel like even if I watched this as a younger kid, I wouldn't think it's that scary.
Is it because of its age? Do you think it's because of the age that the movie is?
Because it's.
I mean, the movie just hit its 45th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 45th anniversary.
Yeah,
So.
I don't think the age of the movie. I think part of it is just like the Michael Myers. He's just a guy. Okay. In this first movie, he's just a guy. Okay. Like.
Well, yeah,
he
and
hasn't been.
He hasn't been become like the demon spawn.
What's the word like character like the word for like Flanderization? Kind of like.
Yeah.
He hasn't been Flanderized into like an immortal killing beast who has no soul and is immortal and can't die.
Yeah.
He is just a guy who
He's just a crazed.
Does eat some bullets at the end.
He's 21.
Okay, but he's just a guy.
He's supposed to be like a 21-year-old dude in this movie.
Nothing until the very end of the movie suggests he's anything more than just a guy.
Yeah.
A really strong guy.
Yeah. But I think like. But honestly, I was sitting here and I was like, or while I was watching it, I should say, I was like sitting there and I was like, even though he's just a guy, I kind of really like that he's just a guy and he's not something like Jason, who is a resurrected dead body.
Yeah.
And Freddy Krueger, who is, again, a resurrected devil spawn.
Who enters your dreams. So
yeah. It's got that, like all big horror movie monsters. Or not
immediately
monsters.
Go to like supernatural stuff.
Yeah, and like I mean Chucky. The only reason
a demon possessed doll.
It's a demon possessed doll.
Yeah.
I only think of Chucky because he's in Dead by Daylight.
Annabelle.
Possession.
Yeah.
Like it's these.
The Conjuring.
Conjuring's
demons.
a part. Annabelle's a part of the Conjuring universe. So.
Hey, yeah, you know what I mean. It's a different movie.
Okay.
It was
I know
first.
It is.
Okay.
I know.
Don't
I
get
know.
semantics.
Okay.
Don't get mad at me.
Okay.
I like how
But
they don't know what to call it either. It's like from the Conjuring universe. They don't have a name for it.
It's the Conjuring universe.
The Conjuverse. They don't have a word for it. The Converse. Wait, that's a shoe company. Can't do that one.
Was it the CU?
The Conjuverse.
Conjuverse. The controversy.
The controversy. Yeah, there's no word for it.
But
so. Nice
well, like,
branding, guys.
well,
Idiots.
but like the thing that I was gonna say is like
I want to see a
Michael
movie from the Halloween universe. The HU. The Who, if you will.
the Who. No.
Not the Who.
10 years from now, it's gonna be two guys, and it's kind of like us, just like being like, so the Who, just they don't even make any sense. Just bring back the original Michael Myers. Come on, like we are doing with like
Didn't
the
they do
Marvel
that in a
movies now.
reboot like 4 times?
They've done.
They've rebooted Halloween. So
They've
many
rebooted
times.
Halloween once, and then they made a direct sequel
Yeah, okay.
to this one. But anyway,
Full disclosure: the only movie in the Halloween franchise I've seen now,
is
front
Halloween.
to end, is the first one.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm sure there's quite a lot of people who are saying, "Oh man, you're missing something," but also there's plenty of people who are like, "Yeah, you're not missing anything."
Yeah.
So
But like I'll say this as well, as like Michael Myers might be the best example of like a horror movie killer, because like, and what I mean by that is like this dude is just a dude who's going a little crazy and killing people.
now that I think
or like
about it,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like the closest one I'd say to it.
Mhm.
But even then, it's like that's like a killer family. Oh no, their grandpa's like 106.
well,
Like
just thinking about it, Michael Myers is given like absolutely no characterization.
but that's like you don't need that.
You
He's still
see that
spooky.
even as a child, he was like born to kill or something.
Yeah.
But that's it. You don't get any
I really
reasoning behind it. It's like he doesn't
I
have a
don't-
soul.
the thing
almost,
is
which
like-
makes him scary, I guess.
the
like
thing
he-
that makes
but-
the movie good though, in all honesty, and not like super dull, and I think that's why this is why it's like regarded as one of the all-time horror movies, is that he doesn't need that. The scariness comes
the
from
scariness is the unknown.
and I think also like you get little bits of pieces from it. Like he's
Not really.
evil. Like I think Dr. Loomis says like he's the-
just pure evil.
he's pure evil. It's like
okay.
all right, I
All
get
right.
it, but like you see him.
It's like Michael stops is like, I was gonna kill you, but I was just like, I don't know what my motivation is.
well, and
you know?
exactly.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
But like you see the guy that where he gets
Like,
his
rethinks
jumpsuit
everything.
from. He just died.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
side of the road.
He
It's like-
kills like a mechanic or
yeah,
something.
and it's like there's really no reason why he's killing these girls. In all honesty,
Yeah, he just starts following.
just-
Why did he start following them? Even I don't remember.
could it have been because Lori went up to the house?
Yeah,
but
that's
like
why.
that might be the only reason. But it's like this guy's crazy, and I think that's why I think he might be a really good example of like just a straight killer.
It either works for people or it doesn't.
I personally think it works with it.
I think it works for what it is.
Yeah,
It's nothing crazy.
but
So, you don't know anything about him.
yeah,
And
I
guess
think,
that's why there's so many sequels and stuff.
I
that
think
spawn
though
off
it
of
has
it.
the creature. Gosh, excuse me. That he's just killing people, but at the same time, even though that feels a little bit bland and dull, like looking at it from like a bird's eye view, the thing that really helps elevates this movie though, in my opinion, is Jamie Lee Curtis. I think her and like even Donald Pleasance, they both bring this gravitas of acting to it, as well as and it has that nice balance of the unknown, but here's some really good acting.
I'll be honest. I don't care that much.
Okay,
I like.
well, that's the end of the episode, guys.
I don't mean to be a hater, cause well, I am. Everyone knows that at this point. I was
You just hate every movie except
No,
for the
this-
ones you pick.
This movie it moves at a kind of slow pace.
Yeah.
I think we can agree there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it might that also goes with the timing, or the time of the movie coming out. It wasn't. It's not like a horror movie now where it's like it needs to be a scare per minute or you need this intense scene like Saw X that just came
Yeah.
out. Like I walked in on one of the theaters.
Do do do.
Yeah, it's like oh we're gonna go really fast and oh she's gotta cut off her leg. Ah.
All right.
Where
We're
this
play
is
a game. Now we're in 3 different traps. And
exactly, and it's like this is
flashback
like-
to some other trap.
no one really gets killed until
An hour in.
like an hour in.
Literally
you know?
an hour in.
So, like, of course you have the dead guy on the side of the road, but like you don't see that.
Yeah. It
You
happens
see the
off-screen.
killing of Annie though
Yeah.
in it. So like, I don't know. It might be the timing as well. So
What you just, I kind of like that though. I don't mind a slower paced
me too.
movie
I like those.
if there was something more compelling happening. And don't get me wrong, Donald Pleasance is trying his heart out. He's selling his character as best he can, even though it's partly his fault. Michael Myers is loose anyway, because it's raining real bad at night.
Hold the
And-
door.
The mental hospital patients are outside. Let me get out of the car and leave the
Yeah.
woman in here. And then the woman's like, "Oh, he's on the roof. I better
Get out of the car.
leave the only safe place there is, and
Yeah.
let him take the car and drive away." Yeah, makes sense.
Mm.
And doesn't someone call him out for that at one point? He's like, "Well, it's your fault. He's loose." Doesn't like the sheriff say that or something?
Maybe. I don't know actually.
I think there's like one scene where he's like,
Could it be when he's
like
talking with like
when
the,
he's about to go to Haddonfield.
yeah, he's like, well, you let him take the car,
Yeah.
or like no, he says like he doesn't even, or he's like
he doesn't,
he
know how to
doesn't even
drive.
know
He
how to
was
drive.
doing fine last night.
Yeah. Somebody in there taught him, and then it just cuts to Haddonfield. So
Yeah, his character was trying to be. I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis's character is that compelling because she's just like
I don't think she's
she's like
I
a
don't-
normal girl. It's just not like
I'm not saying that she's compelling. I'm just saying I think she, for what this character has to do, I think she gives a great performance. I think she gives this like the scared teenage girl that is a little like a little bookish, a little more like
nerd.
like yeah, it's like, but at the
And
same
he's
time
like,
still.
You're doing your homework, huh? Loser.
Yeah, exactly. It's the I'm just babysitting on Halloween. I'm doing all this, and then it's like
Typical things that have totally become tropes.
But at the same time, like at the end of the movie, some final girls would just run. Yeah, like I think a lot of the final girls that around this time were just running around, hoping that they can get away. And then you have Jamie Lee Curtis who stabs Michael Myers like 3 times.
If it bleeds,
Yeah.
we can kill it.
You're just quoting Predator for no reason.
Yeah.
All right.
It brought up my Arnie. Yeah.
But like it's I think like that's another reason why this it works with
I mean, it's not like there's no bad performances in here, really. But I don't think there's anything that's like exceptional or like blowing me away or anything. So there's that. John Carpenter's music is made by John Carpenter in this movie, and it
Did you see? Sorry, just you thought if we're going into the music, did you see him like around Halloween? They posted a video of him playing the Halloween theme on the Nintendo Labo thing that Nintendo tried to do, where it was like you'd buy a game and then you would also get a bunch of cardboard and you'd build a little thing.
Nah, I didn't see
And
that.
he tries there's like a piano game that came with the game,
Can't be that hard. It's like 4
And-
notes, right?
and he tries to play it, and he's just like bent over. It's small, you know how big a Nintendo Switch is, and you just hear him go like click 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 click, and he just like goes, "This sucks." That's like the end of the clip.
Okay, that sounds really funny. I was gonna say his music does sound a little cheesy. It's a little cheesy.
I don't know. This is I think
feel
it's
like it fits for 1978, but looking through it from a modern lens, it's like.
oh
it's
come on,
not.
no, that's this. I think I would disagree. I think this is
This is coming from the guy who likes the score to The Thing. doo doo like the
Yeah,
one,
but
the one
that's
beat per
Ennio,
minute song.
Ennio Morricone, where this is
That's true.
Carpenter.
That's true, but he made a bunch of music for that as well,
But
which got put in the Hateful Eight, the Quentin Tarantino movie. Film bro fact.
You're retconning old award sections now.
That's
in-
like a
in new ones.
that's like a film bro fact for like 3 movies, but I don't know. It's just underwhelming. I don't know.
I mean,
For such a legendary movie, I feel like it's not that exciting.
yeah. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I do.
Yeah, for sure. He's creepy. The mask. Okay, we'll save that for later. I promise. I'll avoid saying it right now. For your sake. But he's definitely creepy, and there's some good shot compositions here.
Mhm.
There's some good angles, like him standing behind the clotheslines, very iconic.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day too. I guess that's the kind of unnerving part of that. He's just out in the day,
Yeah.
like whoa. And
I
then,
mean-
she looks away. She looks back, and he's
Well,
gone.
She doesn't even look away though. Did you notice that she doesn't look away? Like
Um,
nothing takes her focus off of it. It's
Doesn't
weird.
the phone ring?
No,
I
it
don't
rings
know.
after. So what happens is I was gonna bring this up on.
He just
I was gonna bring this up
fully in
later.
sight. He just shuffles behind the
That's what
hedgerow.
but I was gonna bring this up later. But in that scene, this is what happens.
Oh, okay.
And she basically looks at it. It cuts to Michael Myers again,
Uh-huh.
or Michael Myers standing behind the curtains, and then it cuts back to her. Nothing changes at all. She's still looking, and then it cuts back. Michael Myers is gone, and then she goes, "What?"
Well, okay. Well, John Carpenter was still kind of new to this whole filmmaking.
Yeah, no, it's
thing,
just a weird you have a shot that would
you need like a shot
potentially
of
be
her
a
like
reaction shot and
blinking or something.
yeah, but no, it's so weird.
I did not notice that, and I don't think anyone has noticed that. But
Oh,
you're the
there
only
has
one.
to be a
You're
lot
the
of
only one
people.
who's ever noticed that ever confirmed.
Yeah, guys, I
The-
found
the-
something new in the
The film bros are screaming at the top of their lungs.
They're like, fuck.
I noticed that. It's like in Jurassic Park where they cut back and forth, and the windshield to the Jeep is broken and then not broken and then broken, and then the Jeep's door is open and then not open.
Yeah, no,
Back and
it's,
forth.
it's
Hey, good directors make mistakes sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know?
Yeah, John Carpenter made a mistake there, and then he made a mistake. The movie called The Thing is like his ultimate mistake.
Shut
But-
the hell up. No, he
But-
made mistakes in Halloween, The Fog, and all the movies leading up to The Thing so that The Thing could be perfect. Okay?
All right, I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of The Thing, what did you think of the little nod to it?
Oh yes, on the
to the-
TV,
yeah.
and that's kind of cool because he hadn't made his movie yet, right?
Yeah, it would have been 5 years later, I think.
So the cool part about that is, he's showing on the TV. It's like Howard Hawks is The Thing, like
Yeah. Yep.
the older one.
The OG.
But if you notice, the title card for The Thing is almost the exact same as the
That's what I
one
was-
for
yeah, I was
John
gonna say.
Carpenter's The Thing, which they painstakingly recreated and they lit a trash bag on fire and had it burn away behind the cutout of the title to get like that shot of like the light coming through the
Okay.
title and The Thing. We're talking about The Thing now.
Yeah.
But that's how they got that,
Mm-hmm.
because they actually filmed that. It's not just an overlay
Oh yeah, no, I know.
title card. It's something they actually filmed, which is so cool to me.
Is this John Carpenter's The Thing, or is
Yeah,
this
John Carpenter's The
Okay.
Thing, to recreate the look of Howard Hawks' The Thing
Okay.
title
Yeah.
card.
Well, because I've really only seen the opening to The Thing, of course, because we watched it for the
Yeah.
first episode, and I was like,
it is very
I
cool.
thought
that
they had he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna make the title sequence for The Thing. You know how like Pixar puts in like little Easter eggs in the
Yeah.
previous film for their upcoming one. I thought that was it. I was like,
4-year
Huh.
gap or whatever.
you know.
Well, first
but he
of all,
had 2 movies after. He did
Yeah,
2
he-
movies in between it. So
I think that's cool because it shows how like he had an interest in the thing before
Oh,
he
yeah.
made it, and also why the thing is perfectly made because he cared about it so much.
what was it? I think he was talking on like Stephen Colbert, and Stephen Colbert was like, one of the best movies, honestly, is the Thing.
I think I've seen that clip.
And he was like, and he asked him like which one was the Thing at the end. He goes, I know. What you do is you contact me. You send me a note with a money in it,
yeah.
and I'll tell you the answer.
Yeah,
It's
you,
like,
you bribe
damn.
me, I'll give you an answer that may or
Yeah.
may not be the real
I
answer.
was like, damn, okay.
Anyway, I just like that that's playing on the TV
Yeah.
in the Halloween movie. Also, it's like the kids are so intent on watching it, which is so
This
unrealistic.
is really, yeah.
A sci-fi horror from like the 30s
That
or like the
kids,
40s or
kids
whatever.
in the 70s were just built different, I guess. I mean, kids
Uh,
now. they
sorry, it would be the 50s.
if
but-
if Halloween was made today, they'd be like, "Can we please watch some YouTube, like some TikTok
They wouldn't even
want to
watch
on YouTube?"
TV at all.
They'd be on their phones on TikTok.
Yeah. Boomer comment.
No, but yeah. Anything else?
I like how the boy like hides behind the curtain, and she's like, "Where'd he go?" It's like you don't see him.
Huh?
The boogeyman's outside. The boogeyman's outside.
That is a cool shot though of him like just kind of standing there. But anything else you want to add before? I think we could go on to the awards now. So we'll take a.
I mean, that whole time I did sound like a hater. Like, I like a slow burn. It's one of those movies where there's not really a B plot.
Yeah. Oh no, it's yeah.
It's not a very long movie either.
It's only 90 minutes, so
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah,
It's simple and effective at what it wants to be.
yeah. It's not. I think it's also.
I don't know if it deserves like legendary status though. To be honest.
Really. I think it. Looking at it from afar, I can see why it is. But definitely like seeing it like
Like
in the
we
year of 2023, it's like.
when did we talk about like the Mount Rushmore? We talked about the Mount Rushmore of zombie movies for
Yes.
28 Days Later. I don't know if we talked about like a top 4 for just horror movies in
I
general.
think we did with Scream.
Yeah, we might have
wanna
said like
say?
Freddy Krueger, Scream, Jason, and probably Michael Myers.
I think I said
but-
Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, and then I said 4 could kind of be up in the air.
But that being said, I feel like we need new blood. Literally, we need new Halloween movies, and not a reboot of Halloween Hollywood, a different
Yeah.
movie.
Come on. So
Instead of Michael Myers, how do you like Fred Myers? Or like
okay.
that's his brother.
No,
no,
then
no,
it's
like,
a part of the Halloween.
We need something new, like actually different.
All right, well, you can write it.
I will.
You know what? Why don't you write it, and
Hey,
we'll go to a quick
Horror
we'll
films,
take a quick.
low budget. I can make a good movie. I mean, would they make the Blair Witch Project on a budget of like $10? You don't even see anything in that movie.
It's scary though.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? We'll take a quick break. You can write your script,
Okay.
and then we'll go.
And then
we'll
I'll
come back.
I'll recite it word for word.
No, we'll come back and do the awards.
Daylight opening.
All right.
Stage left. Michael Myers trips and falls.
All right. All right. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the awards. All right, and
Hello.
we're back. All right, and we're back. Trevor, did you finish your script?
No.
Okay, well, now I can't recite it word for word on the pod.
Oh man.
But you know what we can do? Let's get into the trivia. Let's get into trivia corner.
Yeah. Okay.
What should we call this one?
Halloweenia.
Halloweenia.
Yeah.
Okay, you sounded very hyped for that. With that, yeah.
All Hallows trivia.
All Hallow trivia. Okay. Halloweena is so looking at the page, There is a lot, but of course we gotta find the little bit of some fun ones.
Can I say the most obvious film bro fact?
Yes, you can.
The film bro fact is, of course, that the mask Michael Myers wears is a shoot, I forget his name.
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk mask, yes, from
Yes.
Star Trek, of course, painted white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I definitely think that this is that
Everyone
would
knows
probably
that.
be that would probably be the fun bro
Everyone knows
fact,
that.
honestly. But of course we gotta do some more other facts. That's fun. But another fact that we have is so the budget of the film was $300,000.
That is so low.
It's low, and it took 20 days to shoot.
200,000 was just shipping those leaves in for the autumn scene.
Oh, they couldn't have money to take down the palm trees, though. All right.
They
But
do a decent job of making it look like the Midwest.
oh, very much.
The only
so.
problem is there's leaves on every tree still,
Yeah,
and they're very green.
yeah, that's like the downside. But anyways, the film, even though it only its budget was 300 million or 300,000. Whoa.
300 million. Whoa,
Holy
blockbuster.
shit. It was $300,000 for the budget, but it went on to gross $47 million at the U.S. box office.
It's pretty good.
And then in 2008, taking that it would be equivalent to about $150 million, that makes Halloween one of the most successful independent films of all time.
That's kind of crazy that inflation is so much that it's like triple.
Yeah.
Like, dang, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's not raise the minimum wage. Ugh.
Getting into your
whatever.
politics podcast now.
Never mind.
The stabbing sound of him stabbing people was a
Was
knife
from John Carpenter actually stabbing people.
No.
Oh.
It was from a knife stabbing a watermelon. So it sounds realistic enough. I mean, that does kind of adds to the theory that when people are standing next to people that get their head or get shot in the head, it sounds like a watermelon cracking open.
Yeah, good thing Michael Myers wasn't played by Christopher Lee, because you'd have some takes about that.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut for anyone who knows the kind of one of, if you will, the film bro fact of Christopher Lee's role as Saruman.
Oh.
It's a deep cut.
Oh.
Anyway,
All right.
if you want me to explain it, I will. But
No. Off mic.
okay.
But speaking of Christopher Lee, John Carpenter actually approached him
No way.
and
Really?
Peter Cushing, who plays Grand Moff Tarkin in Star Wars,
To be Donald
to play
Pleasance's character?
Sam Loomis. But both turned down due to the low pay. Lee later said that it was the biggest mistake he's ever made in his career.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Interesting. I can imagine both of those guys as Loomis, though.
Yeah, you could imagine both of them.
Yeah, like
I could
Peter
see.
Cushing,
I
too.
could see Cushing. Maybe not Lee. In all honesty.
His voice is a little too deep. You'd be like, "Is this the bad guy?"
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
He's a famous Dracula.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
And that might also be why it might not work, because I'm like, I see him in, Saruman and
Yeah,
Count Dooku, and it's like
typically a bad guy.
he's typically a bad guy, so like him being the good guy, eh. But this was of course, a lot of people know that this was Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie.
Yes.
She's paid $8,000.
That seems like such a.
It's so low.
Well, I mean, you can see why Christopher Lee did not take the role.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure Donald Pleasance didn't get much more than that.
Donald Pleasance. Actually, I think I have it here. Let me see.
He couldn't have been paid that much, you know. He's the only big sort
Yeah,
of
well,
big
I mean,
name in this movie.
It starts with Donald Pleasance in Halloween. It's like,
And it's funny because I don't know the guy from like anything else. I don't think. It's definitely a product of not being from that time.
Yeah. So his most well known is Halloween.
Yeah.
But he was also like Blofeld in the James Bond movies, and also he was like in The Great Escape. You know, it's like he's in like a lot.
He's in
of
stuff. You know.
He was in a lot of like classic Hollywood movies that made him big. But as well as I actually did find out how much he was paid. So Jamie Lee Curtis was paid $8,000.
Yeah.
Donald Pleasant was paid $20,000.
That's not that much more.
But he only worked for 5 days.
Oh,
so
really?
He made $4,000 a day.
Okay, when you put it that way, that's not such a bad deal.
So
I'd take that any day. Any 4-day period.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hollywood,
It's not
start
bad.
outsourcing to random people. We'll do movies for very cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I.e., that is hire me.
Please.
I can act.
And then let me try find one more. One more. You know, think one more would work before we go into the awards.
For sure.
Originally, the script had Dr. Loomis having a surprised reaction to the disappearance of Michael Myers. Donald Pleasant suggested that his character's reaction should instead be an, quote, "I knew this would happen" look on his face. They shot it both ways and ended up using Pleasant's idea. I think that works.
I think that's a good take because the entire movie structure on like Michael Myers has been evil since the beginning, and it's like an institutional pitfall that he's escaped.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's the whole commentary there.
But, I mean, I don't know. I think it also works as, like, how did, you know...
Man, the most evil guy escaped coincidentally on the one holiday where it's, like, a thing to be spooky.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well...
What if he escaped on Christmas?
The movie would be titled Christmas.
Just Christmas.
What if he, like...
Xmas, but, like, slash.
No!
Like, I could see it in my head.
What if he's wearing the same, like...
Well, the holiday slasher movie is becoming a thing very much.
Yeah.
I mean...
It was
as
it
we
was
speak,
a thing. Literally in the 70s, they made Black Christmas and Halloween.
Oh.
So, like,
well,
it's been a thing.
Well, none of them are capturing the Halloween magic.
I think it's we see a lot more now.
They seem to be churning them out lately.
Yeah, because they've been churning the
there must have been one that
works.
was like mildly successful or something.
I think it's just the mockbusters that kind of come in and kind of make clean house a little bit.
Mockbusters, that's a great name.
Yeah, that's what the term is. It's like, you know, that's it's a wonderful knife.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Knife is definitely like a mock buster where it's like a big example, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey that came out like last year or this year.
It went into the public domain, so
Yeah.
someone scooped it up.
So it's like
and Mickey
course,
Mouse is coming up in the public domain somewhere. They're gonna ruin that.
But it's like
They're gonna be all
that's
over
that's the thing is like, oh, we're gonna let's use the image and it's the it gets people out there. I mean, I think I remember
It gets the people going.
Yeah, I remember it's like there was one called Slaughterhouse where it was a killer sloth.
Yeah.
And people were like,
I was like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
that
go see it."
that sounds cool until I saw that trailer.
Exactly. And it's like that's why I think we see a lot more horror movies kind of coming out, and I think a lot more mock busters and
holiday based ones are great.
Yeah.
I say
I mean, we're getting Thanksgiving, like I said.
Unironically, if you're listening, I forget his name. That's sad. Well, the guy who made The Batman.
Oh, Reeves.
Yes.
Is it Matt Reeves?
Matt Reeves. If you're listening, Matt Reeves, make
yeah, he's listening to us.
Make The Batman 2 centered around Calendar Man, the guy who murders people based on like the calendar and like holidays.
That'd be interesting. Like
best Batman villain like super underrated because like Batman solving like a serial killer, like that's just it sounds great.
That'd be a cool like mini.
And
series.
it'd be a cool villain to like make into like a big time villain out of nowhere.
It'd be
like,
a cool mini series, I think.
Oh, for sure.
So
Anyway,
yeah, let's get back to Halloween.
I have great ideas.
Hollywood, call us up. We're getting you, ideas a minute here.
I shouldn't be spinning them out for free, to be honest.
Oh,
It should be
should be like a
making
hush
money
hush.
off of 'em. Oh, Hush, also a Batman villain.
Hush is also a horror movie.
Oh, you know what? That movie sucks.
What, Hush?
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I was not thrilled with the. I just remember thinking like
Hot
this movie is annoying in a way because like
Yeah, okay.
I forget what about it in
Okay.
particular that I didn't like.
I don't know.
I'd have to rewatch it to be
Never
honest.
seen
But
it, so.
well, the whole thing is like she's deaf, so she can't hear him. But it's like, dog,
Yeah.
just like you could have escaped 12 different
I
times.
I
think
know it
that was
sounds
the main
bad,
thing.
but I thought you were just gonna say like dog, just like listen
Hear?
to him.
No.
Like,
I was
hear,
I was
bro.
gonna say like she could have escaped like 12 different times and like had the upper hand on the villain like the whole time. It was like this is dumb.
Yeah.
She's deaf and this guy can't even I think that's what made me mad. Like the killer kept messing it up. Like he was trying to break into the house and she's literally deaf, and he managed to F it up every time. Like even though it's like you should have got her at
yeah.
that. Anyway,
At some point, yeah.
you can't make your
Alright.
villain super incompetent, which is why Michael Myers is a little scarier because like he only murders like 3 people, but he
murders
murders
4.
them real good,
Yeah.
and also survives stabbing wounds and
He
getting
killed
shot.
them really good guys. So like he's the best in the biz.
You
but-
get what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's like he's not an
Uh,
incompetent villain. He's quite competent.
Oh, very much, yeah. I mean, well, his little like head tilt when he kills Bob is like, he's almost admiring his work.
His only weakness is firearms.
Not
Getting
even.
shot. Well, I mean, I like it out in the first one. He could just be wearing a bulletproof vest. He's not. He may not be in the mortal being. You know.
Okay.
You don't know what he's hiding under the mechanic outfit. So he could be wearing a bulletproof vest. We don't know that.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're going around killing people, you'd think that you'd probably get shot at, right? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I've never gone around killing people, so I don't know.
I would think Michael Myers has done a lot of thinking about what he's gonna do once he escapes.
Maybe.
That's all I'm saying. He had some
I don't
time
know.
to plan.
I don't think we've done this in a while, but does this movie pass the Bechdel test? It does.
It does, but like barely.
Barely.
Because the girls are always talking about guys.
Yeah, but it definitely is like, I think I read it's like dubious though, because it's like technically
like
when they're talking about babysitting, they're talking about a girl that they're babysitting, and
But,
it's
like, in
there's the line.
it's like, when did the previous conversation end where they're talking about a
Yeah.
guy? So I was like, I don't know. Doesn't
but
really
it
count.
says it passes, so
John Carpenter
take it.
not the best for the Bechdel test metric, as we've discussed. The Thing has
man,
all
I wonder
men.
if Thing
The Thing has
Best.
no women in it, but
it just has a scene with the chess machine talking with something else, like
which I believe is is like John Carpenter's wife or whatever.
yeah.
The voice. Anyway,
But anyways, let's go to our always
Favorite
favorite
scene?
segments. The awards for best scene. First, we have Michael first kills in 1963, the iconic opening to this movie. Loomis's car is taking, which
I was clowning on that scene earlier,
He's-
and like that scene is just clown car.
it really
like,
is, yeah. I think, then of course we have Lori and Annie walking, and they see Michael half outside the bush, and like she's like,
He's like,
yeah, he's literally like half outside, just stanced up, But that's
modern
I love-
Halloween. It's like I guess the meme is not modern anymore, but it's like he's sitting there, he's like this, like had to do it to him.
yeah.
Like
Well, I love their conversation that they have too. Like walking down, and Lori just stops and's like, "Hey, do you see that there?"
What time tonight?
I don't know yet. I have to get out of taking my little brother trick or
Saving
treating.
the treats for Bob.
Funny. See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, look.
Look where?
Behind the bush.
I don't see
The
anything.
guy who drove by so fast, that one you yelled at.
Oh, subtle, isn't he? Hey, creep. Lori, dear. He wants to talk to you. He wants to take you out tonight.
that'd be like, if you had a house with a hedgerow, that'd be such a good Halloween decoration.
Oh, it
Just
would.
have like a mannequin set up with the Halloween mask.
Yeah, that would be kind of
Stating-
cool. But next scene that I have is Annie's death in the car, where she's trying to she gets in the car finally.
It looks like someone's been breathing in here. There's a
Yeah.
lot of condensation on the window.
I think probably one of the most iconic things of this entire movie, the Bob's death scene, where he gets lifted up and skewered in the wall.
And then Michael Myers tilts his
Does-
head
does
and
a little
says
tilt.
the iconic line, "Stick around." Oh wait,
He says
no,
the
that's Arnold Schwarzenegger in a different movie. My
he
bad.
says the iconic line, "It's Halloween." That's where they get the title.
Oh,
from the
you know
movie.
what? I think that Arnie line is from Predator too. He like throws
Just
a knife.
quoting Predator now.
He throws a knife at someone and he sticks to the wall and he's like, "Stick
Stick
around." Great,
Um,
great one.
and then I also have the Michael as a ghost. For Linda.
She's like, "Bob, come back to bed."
Yeah.
Like, for like 4 minutes. It's like, come on, it's not Bob.
Yeah. Come
Like,
on.
He didn't
He's
say
not
anything.
even talking.
He didn't say
anymore.
anything for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That only works because it just happens to be Halloween. Can we talk about how it being Halloween is totally irrelevant to Michael Myers' escape and it's just a coincidence?
No, because he says that he's gonna go kill again 15 years
Halloween?
later.
Exactly to the day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's convenient for him.
Yeah, it is. So then this isn't really a scene, but it's the Michael rising behind Laurie when
It's a
she
moment.
It's a good moment.
Very good.
And
moment.
then of course Michael is shot by Dr. Loomis, and then you have the ending with, "Is the boogeyman real?"
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
So
I think the ending is kind of stupid.
the ending, it's a very after hearing about it as like this great horror movie, it's just it just ends,
It does just end.
and it's like, okay. But I personally think though the best scene is Michael's first kill in 63.
the
opening.
POV shot.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I think it's a great oneer. It's a great oneer. It sets
What's
up
a one shot?
one take, one shot.
Him walking through the.
Yeah, it doesn't cut.
Okay.
It definitely has a hidden cut with him putting on the mask,
yeah.
but it feels very continuous. And then at the end, it's like, and then as soon as he walks out, you're like, they're gonna
He's
die.
a child.
And then he takes off the mask, and it's like, his dad's like, Michael?
Why'd you do that?
Yeah. I also really like how they're just all standing there for like, Michael's just standing there with the knife, and then his mom's like on the side, just like, why are we standing here? Like she's like literally just.
The look on the kid's face is like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what would you?
It's a decent opening, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you better choose one. I'm not sitting here all day.
I will say, I think there's a lot of merit with him like rising up from the dead almost, because it's like, oh man, movie's over. Wow, she won. The bad guy dead. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he's not. He's not.
And then it cuts. Dude.
Look behind you, Jamie Lee.
I love how you just said that the ending is mediocre at best, and then you're like, that's the best scene.
Well, okay, he got like, what did he get stabbed? And that's
He
why.
got shot.
No, but I'm saying like before that, when he's attacking her in the closet, she like stabs him and he falls down, right?
That moment. Okay, I thought you were talking about like him falling out the window, and I was like,
no,
oh.
no, I think that's cheesy. Well, if he was wearing a bulletproof vest,
oh my God, stop talking with this. Stop talking about this bulletproof vest.
I theorized, then it's he'd have some broken ribs maybe, but he'd be okay. But
all right, well,
anyway, also killing Annie in the car I think is good, because getting in a car at night,
spooky.
It's like, there's someone in the back seat. It's like, that's definitely been done a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was one of the most iconic ones. Yeah. Really makes you
think.
A little nervous at night getting in your car. You're like, is there someone behind me?
I've always thought that I'm gonna be
Spooky.
driving home and then someone's gonna be in my back seat. So
it's gonna be like me, like, hi Sean, and then you're like, and then you're gonna like crash the car,
killing us both.
That's what would happen most of the time.
Definitely. But you're going with Michael rising behind Laurie.
I'm going to go with that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very iconic.
Yes.
Scene, especially since it's like, oh, she's won, and it's like perfect timing where you're like, oh yeah, it could probably end right here.
Like, wait, this scene's still continuing.
Yeah.
What's at play here?
Yeah.
You're thinking to yourself, you're like,
Huh?
Well, surely this is the end of the film. Oh my God.
Yeah. But next award, Best Actor. So I didn't want to put Donald Pleasance in supporting actor, even though he is, solely because he puts his name is first in the credits.
This is true.
So I have Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis. I have Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie, and then I have Nick Castle, who was the body double for Michael Myers.
He has no speaking lines.
But his stance and like his,
and you see his face
little,
for a second.
It's that, but that's not.
And dare I say?
So the thing is that
dare I say, not a bad looking fellow.
Okay.
He could have been a Ted Bundy type if he just kept the mask off. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
That would have been scarier.
That though is him unmasked is not Nick Castle, by the way.
Oh.
It is
some other guy.
Yeah, his name unmasked.
It's a Darth Vader situation.
Yeah,
it's literally a Darth Vader situation.
When he's unmasked is Tony Marone. He plays the unmasked Michael, but Nick Castle plays whenever he has the mask on and it's his body. That's Nick Castle, and I think he does do a decent like physicality acting with it. So
I mean, sure, he does a good job. Like, I walk in straight lines. I'm spooky like that.
Okay. But
no,
I think
he looks kind of robotic at times. But it's definitely on purpose.
It's robotic, but it's still like human.
It's like human, but with no soul.
Yeah. But I think honestly we gotta go with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Like that's the only answer.
Yeah, it's really the only answer here. Donald Pleasant's good, but come on.
He's oversawn it a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit.
Which is odd because I think he's the one that returns the most in the movies.
Yeah, doesn't he come back like 3 times?
He comes back 3 times, and then like Jamie Lee Curtis.
You got
only
that
really
franchise
came back
money.
3. Jamie Lee Curtis only came back like 3 times.
One of the newer ones too.
But
like,
I think it was
lady.
until 2018 when she came back for.
She's back.
Let me check. So Halloween.
You know what? I don't really care about the Halloween franchise.
Oh wait, hold on. So she's in Halloween, Halloween 2, And then supposedly she's a voice role uncredited in Halloween 3. She's the telephone operator. So I'm not going to count that.
Which one is like the highest rated after the first one?
Oh my gosh.
That's an actual question I have.
Well, let me look at Rotten Tomatoes.
First of all, how many are there? Are there like 8?
No.
There's a lot, right?
Halloween franchise.
Yeah, I would like to know.
There is, so including the original, so we have the original Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, 5, 6, H2O, which is 7, Resurrection, which is 8.
H2O?
So there's 8 technically in the main, and then there's the 2 Rob Zombies, so that's 10. And then there's 3
There's
that...
13?
There's 13 Halloween movies.
Are you kidding me? That's
Can you
so
guess?
many.
Can you guess the one that is, that like next
like second best?
Second
is it like
best
the 13th one?
according to second best according to Rotten Tomatoes.
13th.
It is actually the 2018 Halloween.
Is that the 12th one?
That's the 11th one.
The 11th one.
Halloween, but you ready for this? Halloween, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh.
Yeah.
Halloween 2018, 79%,
Okay.
certified fresh.
Is there
The
like
next-
a huge drop off?
The next best one
14%.
is Halloween H2O 20 years later at 54%. So
That's not good. That's
yeah.
not a good batting average for your
yeah,
franchise.
Halloween is batting 2 certified fresh and the rest are not great. So
not good, guys.
but it does look like Jamie Lee Curtis appears in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 of the Halloween movies.
So you're way off. That's half of them. That's more than
well,
half.
no, I said what I was going to say is I said she appears in like 3 besides the new trilogy.
Which
so,
is a trilogy, which is sad.
Yeah, which is true. She appears in 3 other ones.
Jeez.
And then Donald Pleasant appears in
the franchise is as immortal as the main character.
He appears in Halloween Extended Edition. What? Okay.
Can you tell me every movie that Michael Myers appears in?
All of them.
No, you gotta list them out.
No, I'm not listing those out again. He appears in Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and Halloween 6.
Who are you talking about now?
Donald Pleasance. So he appears in 5.
But
so
like
he,
not
up
in order.
until
Which one did he skip? Halloween 4?
Halloween 3. Because Halloween
did he
3
skip
was
the third one.
Because Halloween 3 is like a random one. It doesn't. Michael Myers is not in all of them. He's not in 3.
That's stupid.
It is.
I know. I think the idea was originally going to be like anthology.
Yeah,
movies,
it was supposed to be Halloween.
Like,
each Halloween was supposed to be a different story that was set on Halloween.
Why did they abandon that idea?
Because
immediately?
people really loved Michael Myers. That's genuinely the reason why.
It could have been. It could have been like. That's so disappointing.
So, anyways, but Jamie Lee Curtis, we're gonna go with her for Best Actor, even though she appears in only 2 of the main.
What about the
8.
dog? That Michael Myers murders. The great dog actor. Come
good.
on.
Okay.
Service.
Well, we'll put that in. We'll put the dog
honorary
in,
mention
in supporting actor.
Okay. That's fair.
Even though there isn't a name or anything credited to the dog, but we'll put good boy.
Unlike the excellent dog acting in The Thing, a couple years later.
Yeah. Best supporting actor though, Nancy Keys, or Kez. K-S?
Yes?
Who is Annie.
Do you spell it wrong?
No, I spelled it right. I promise you that. PJ Souls as Linda. Linda. Yeah. Charles Cypher as Sheriff Brackett and John Michael Graham as Bob. I don't know if I want to give any of these people the award.
I'd throw in the sheriff.
I would say the sheriff maybe as well.
Charles Cyphers.
Either that.
Cool last name, by the way.
That's a really sick name.
Is like, was he a hacker, bro?
I think he actually shows up in the new Halloween movies. If I'm not
bro,
wrong.
how old is he? Because he seemed kind of old in that movie too.
Years active. He was. I mean.
Okay,
He-
never mind. I don't care. Sorry.
Okay.
After 3 seconds of thought, I was like, nah.
All right.
It's one of those things where you go to Google search it, and then you're like, nah.
No. Yeah, we'll give it to Charles Cypher. Why not?
Because he's like,
'Cause he
I
appears
don't know,
again.
man. I don't know, man.
Um,
This Michael, you talking a big game. Where's he at, bro? Where's he at?
He's supposedly in the sequel. So.
No, I'm saying what he's saying to Dr. Loomis.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like,
It's like
you talk a big game, Doctor. I don't see it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
All right. Favorite character? Lori, Dr. Loomis, Michael Myers, Annie, Linda, or Bob? You know our boy Bob is the best character out of this movie.
Why?
I'm just joking. It's Michael Myers. Come on, it's gotta be.
Is he even a character?
Yeah, he is.
He's like barely a character.
He's so menacing. He's so good.
He's not even that menacing, to be honest.
All right,
He's just a
who do you-
tall
how would
dude
you
in a
put?
mechanic outfit. and
Oh,
a
you're gonna put
mask.
Dr. Loomis because he's crazy.
But he's not crazy. He's the only sane person here. He's like, yeah, he's gonna get out and kill people.
All
I
right.
know, because I
Okay.
talked to the man.
Okay. So what would you say is your favorite character? Mine's Michael Myers. I like him.
I'm voting for the dog.
Fair. I'll give you it.
I don't know. I guess Lori, because she's like responsible, looking
Yeah.
after the kids, making sure the kids are safe.
Then we have best line. I think I'm not even gonna read it out, but
His
just
eyes
Loomis.
are black,
Yeah.
dull, like
The
a
blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Wait, no, that's from Jaws. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like a doll's
The
eyes.
other horror movie that we covered on this show.
Totally fits in the theme with
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah.
But I was gonna just say I'm not even gonna read it out. Loomis's little monologue about Michael to the sheriff, I think, is just.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Then you got brackets saying, "It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare." There's not really a lot of
Spooky.
There's not really a lot of good quotes in this.
Where'd you go? When he's hiding behind the curtain.
When she does, it doesn't even look like she got anything on her.
Okay, it
She's
didn't. Your Halloween quotes didn't load.
Oh,
by the
well,
way,
darn.
So I'm in the dark.
Yeah, there isn't really, honestly, there really isn't any like
See, that's what I'm saying.
quotes
It's
from
not like
this movie.
it's not like a super quotable movie, you know.
Oh
like-
well, no. You actually, you know what? You have Loomis with it like doing the little like doing the voice. He's like, "Hey, Lonnie, get
Just-
your ass away from the house," or something
Just
like
scare
that.
the kids away
It
from
scares the
them.
head. Yeah, and then he gets scared. Just, like,
by the
bragging
sheriff coming back. Yeah, it's kind of silly.
I think
Can
it's got to go with.
It's not a quote, but like best moment might be Dr. Loomis like looking around for Michael Myers, and he's in the car behind him, like driving around.
That's the thing. Like that's a thing that you would see in a comedy of like
Yeah.
Michael Myers would like wave or something
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
audience.
It's like it's kind of a weird moment
yeah.
because
He's
it's like, is this
this
supposed to be
Michael.
scary or comical or like what?
You just,
I
I
don't
don't know, but I think I'm gonna go with the Loomis's speech about Michael Myers. I think that's.
I don't
just-
know if any of the scary movies, like the Scary Movie franchise,
They have to have done. They
like
had
made fun
to
of
have.
Halloween, but like he's looking around like, where's Michael? I need to find him. He's just like doing donuts behind him. Like
I was thinking more like he's riding a bike or something, like very obviously him.
bling bling, like the little bell. Like, oh, even better, one of those 1920s bikes with a giant front wheel and the small back wheel.
Think that would work. I think that would work.
That'd be funny.
Okay. But I think we got to go with the Loomis's speech about Michael. That's
Yeah.
just great. And then best piece of music. Come on.
I don't even know how it goes.
No. How does it go? Should I just play it for us only so we know how it goes?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, let's
not
fill
to get
this-
it confused with the Exorcist theme, which is almost the exact same.
yeah, exactly the same.
Very similar.
Well, let's see. We're it's not gonna play on the video or not gonna play on
Just
the
pull up the
pod.
Fortnite emote.
He does play it in the Fortnite emote, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't he?
very weird to see and for like you running around real fast and like that's not how he moves. He's slow and methodical.
Slow, don't do it. No.
You got to get in character. If
All
you're gonna
right,
play as
here
Michael
I got it
Myers.
up for us. Dun 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 dun.
The little drum beat makes it. You could turn it into a trap remix really easy.
Come on, everybody! Whoa!
H to the A to the L to the L to the O.
Just the Halloween. I love that we're saying this like they can hear it, but I'm not gonna play it for them.
Right,
so they're
right.
just gonna hear the. Yeah.
I needed a reminder. I love.
Let's go.
I love John Carpenter's synths.
Oh, he's so good. But I think, like
I said, I think it's really cheesy though.
it's cheesy, but it works. It's simple but effective.
It just barely works.
Okay.
It's cheesy.
Okay.
It's cheesy. It's also the only music in this movie, is it not?
Kind of, and I think that's why I put it
The
as best
scoring is like
best
the
piece of
only
music. Halloween.
kind of default. Yeah.
Or wait, hold on. There. I think there is like one or two songs that are
I
played.
don't think so.
I thought there was like one or two that
Like every time they're driving.
No,
around
you know what it play? Don't Fear the
What?
Reaper.
Oh.
Don't Fear the Reaper plays.
Oh, you know what? That's so funny because the night before I watched Halloween, I was driving in my car and Don't Fear the Reaper came on like just randomly on my Spotify. And then of course I hear it in the Halloween movie and I'm like, isn't it weird how like you hear something for the first time in a while and then you pick it up on it being in something else?
Yes.
Coincidence?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, almost certainly. But
Very much. So
know.
actually, you know what? Do you want to do Don't Fear the Reaper or the Halloween theme?
Don't Fear the Reaper. that song that song slaps.
Iconic piece of
Blue
like
Oyster Cult.
theme music, and you're going Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper.
That song slaps. Don't tell me it doesn't.
I'm also going with Don't Fear the Reaper. It's really
Don't fear the Reaper.
Oh, we're listening to that as soon as we get off this.
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Rainbow album or song that matched tone. I don't think there's really anything. Honestly.
I thought of something kind of obscure.
Do you want to say it?
One of my favorite artists is Lorne, Lorn. Okay. He makes very atmospheric but dark
Sorry.
music.
What?
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
I actually feel like I'm pretty much right with this answer because
Okay.
Lorne makes some very good atmospheric, dark synth electronic music.
So it fit the vibe of this film.
It would fit the vibe. There's a couple of songs that he's made is like, ooh, I should make a Halloween playlist and throw this on there, like
Ooh, okay.
unironically.
Okay. I'm always down for that.
Very atmospheric stuff. I'm thinking of a couple songs in particular. It's funny, like Dark Side of the Rainbow. There's like there's an edit with one of his songs with the movie The Black Rainbow or something like that.
Oh.
Which is a very weird movie that I was so fascinated by the edit with Lorne's music put on over top of it that I wanted to go watch it.
And then you were sadly disappointed when the movie wasn't great.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
I forget what it was called. It was like something like Over the Black Rainbow or something. And it was
Okay.
about like it was kind of like this girl was trapped in like some weird experimental test facility thing.
Over the
Interesting.
Black Rainbow?
I forget what it was. I forget the exact title, but something Black Rainbow. Also, side note, his music was also put over some edits to some anime. which
Okay.
got me to watch this particular anime film that was like 3 vignettes of like different stories.
Okay.
And one was like, this is weird to describe, but it was like like a death race type.
Was it
of
called
like,
Beyond the Black Rainbow?
Yes, that's the movie.
Interesting. Oh, it's directed by Panos Costomos.
Yeah.
Oh,
The movie was
Okay.
not that good, by the way.
I'm fine with it because
Lauren's
him,
music.
Interesting.
Someone put an edit on YouTube with his music over footage from that movie.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It looked really cool. And then also, like I was saying, his music was put over top of like a very particular anime film that had like 3 vignettes, like I said. And it fit really damn well, and it got me
it got you
very
hooked.
interested. I was already interested in his music, but it got me to watch the things they put the edit to.
Cool. Do you think it would get a lot more of our like, not our generation, because Halloween's iconic, but
I
like,
can't imagine Lauren is a very well-known artist. I don't know how many.
I mean, throw it up
monthly-
on TikTok and people will be like, "Oh my gosh,
I think Lauren
that's
has
so cool."
Lauren has definitely made some music that would fit Halloween.
Okay.
Some of his stuff would fit really well.
Watch Lauren have did the like the scores for the Halloween sequels.
That'd be really cool. That would be awesome. But some of his stuff would fit really well with Stranger Things too.
Oh, okay.
So that automatically gives you an idea, right?
yeah,
Like Stranger Things vibe.
fair.
There was
Alright.
one where he had like a music video to it, and I was like, "This is." Like down to the kid riding a bike, it was like, "This is Stranger Things." Like,
Oh,
sounding,
really?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Well, there
shout
you go.
out! Shout out to one of
Shout
my
out to
favorite
Lauren.
artists.
Shout out to Lauren then. And then I have the Norton to Ruffalo Hulk Award. Recasting now. Brian Cox as Dr. Loomis.
I don't know who that is.
What? Clearly you don't watch Succession.
Who is that one guy like Withers? Like, he was in he was in Get Out, the white-haired guy.
Oh, Bradley Whitford?
Whitford, yes.
Whitford? I don't
Is
think
Loomis.
Brian Cox is like this bigger you know who Brian Cox is. Come on, you have to.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Michael Myers.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Michael Myers and Kevin Hart has Laurie Strode.
Big physical presence, doesn't have to say any lines. It could work for Dwayne.
This guy, that's Brian Cox.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Like him as Dr. Loomis would work, I think.
Yeah.
And then as Laurie, I looked up 20-year-old
Old Pierce Brosnan as Loomis.
Ooh, Pierce Brosnan might
Kinda.
kinda. I think it'd work.
I'm thinking
It'd
of
work.
guys with white hair, but Loomis is bald. Bryan Cranston. If he shaved his head.
He becomes Heisenberg in it. He's like, those devil eyes, I can see them.
Actually,
live it.
Cranston would probably be good in that role, to be honest. Actually.
Maybe. No, I feel like he'd give
Nah,
a.
he's just
No,
Heisenberg.
he's yeah. And then for Laurie, I looked up like 20, 21-year-old actresses, and Sadie Sink, who was in The Whale and
and Stranger Things.
and Stranger Things. I think she would do a pretty good job as Laurie. Kind of the more, she's
Okay.
she's not like.
It kind of makes you realize Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know how old she was when Halloween was made.
She was 19.
She looks way older than that. That's crazy.
She doesn't look that much older.
She looks older than 19 though in that movie.
Like 20, late in like mid 20s.
Something about her face.
It definitely helps when you
something
put.
about her face looks like middle-aged woman. I don't know.
Okay.
Not
You better hope Jamie Lee Curtis ain't listening to this.
I'm not even saying that as an insult. It's just some people look more mature.
Yeah. Well, it
Some
also kind of
people.
helps that she's like the youngest out of all of them, and she's around like 22, 23-year-old
Yeah.
actors playing high schoolers. So,
And then it's good that they got around the right number.
yeah. But I think Brian Cox and Sadie Sink would do really well, really good job in like a shot-for-shot remake of Halloween. So, what are you laughing at?
I'm just thinking like the whale himself as Michael Myers. Is that funny?
No, just the idea that like him, but with the walker.
Oh,
like,
that would be scary.
um, Next award. Let's just try to get through the rest of these. The Kenneth Branagh
Dutch Angle Award for best camera trick.
for best shot of the film. You guys, you mix this up all the time. It's best shot. This is like Graham with best double feature picture show. It's the best like moment or best image.
There's not a lot of camera tricks or.
I said, hold on. I said this: Michael behind the bush, Michael rising behind Laurie, or Michael looking at Bob's dead body on the door. Like that little head tilt is really iconic.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He's like adds to his character.
He's like, curious. He's sticking to the wall. I didn't mean to do that.
He's like, look at that.
That actually worked. That's crazy.
I don't know. I'd have to go with Michael behind the bush. I think that's just really iconic, especially since he's out in daylight.
Behind the bush or behind the curtains?
Behind the bush. When she's walking.
Doesn't it show him like step out of view too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's
like him just kind of disappearing and then.
It's spooky. It's unsettling.
Yeah.
It's not scary.
I think that's the best shot of the film. Like, kind of just like there's a nice. Because a lot of people, like I said.
Why is he playing with his food like that?
Mm-hmm.
Why not
hunt?
Why not just kill her in
the most dangerous game is to hunt man. So
he waits for the cover of Dark, I suppose. Smart.
But,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just like it. Kind of also works because like her looking out the bedroom mirror or the bedroom window, and then cuts to her again, and then cuts back, and he's gone. It's like
you've ruined that scene forever.
Yeah,
because she doesn't actually.
Because it works. I think the bush scene works because he just walks past. You see him walk behind it. But Annie doesn't see it,
and it's kind of.
And then Annie goes up, and it's like, oh, is she gonna get stabbed?
It's kind of subtle too. It's like, am I tripping or am I seeing that as well?
Yeah.
Is there a dude right there?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, they need to do that more in scary movies where there's something in the background that's really menacing and like, but there's no musical. There's no musical sting or anything.
Watch It Follows. It Follows does that a lot.
Yeah, I believe there might be a part in Sinister that does that. Where there's the entity in like the background somewhere, but they need to do that more with no musical sting or any indication. And so like imagine watching it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend sees the thing in the background and they're like freaking out, but you're like, what?
Yeah, what?
Like
yeah.
What do you see, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, rewind that frame by frame or whatever, and you
it's great.
They need to do that more.
Yeah.
Obviously, that wouldn't be necessary for the scene in Halloween because it's
he's right there, but
the main focus
yeah.
of what you're looking at.
So we're both going with Michael behind the bush.
Sure.
Okay. Muppet Mayhem. Who we turned into a Muppet?
Loomis is a Muppet because no one believes him. It's like, yeah, sure, doctor.
Sure,
whatever.
Okay.
Whatever you
little
say
puppet
is,
wailing his arms around.
He's like, no, I'm serious. Michael Myers is dangerous. He's coming back to Haddonfield.
See, the most obvious answer is Michael Myers, but honestly, Dr. Loomis is a great choice. That's really funny.
He's like, you gotta believe me.
Doing the Kermit arm wave. Fuck, marry, kill.
You know I don't like this category.
I know you don't like it. That's why I keep it.
Well, you'd kill and say
Dr. Loomis.
Michael Myers.
Laurie
because
Strode.
he's the bad guy.
Okay.
And then someone would be like, well, you can't kill him. That's the whole point. And it's like,
shut the fuck up. You're not having fun. That's what I would say to that person.
Yeah. First of all, it's my interpretation.
It's my category.
And
I can do what I want.
If not kill, then contain. Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is an SCP. It's like he doesn't have any magical powers except that he's immortal. We got to keep him locked in this box. Just make sure he doesn't have any stabbing weapons.
Okay.
He doesn't like showing his face.
I would fuck Dr. Loomis. I would marry.
See okay. This category is awkward because you don't want to just the woman character.
That's why I keep it here because I know I'm not gonna go with it and you're gonna be very uncomfortable.
Well, I don't like it.
How about this? I'd marry Laurie.
Yeah, she
and
seems very responsible and good with children.
Exactly.
Yes.
and I would kill the little kid.
Why?
He's an annoying little shit.
Why would you kill the kid? You can't do that.
Uh,
This guy hates kids.
I don't hate kids. I just hate that kid.
What? You did nothing.
The boogeyman is here. Oh, shut the fuck up. Be more like your neighbor who's just sitting there on her, just watching the thing.
Okay, if we're real though,
I am for hire for babysitting. I am great with children.
well, okay. In spirit of the category, Annie though, not bad.
I thought you were gonna go with Linda, but okay.
Was Linda the blonde one?
Yeah,
I don't even remember. What she
she's
looks like.
Bob's she's Bob's thing. Bob's
woman.
girlfriend. That they just walk into a
No.
abandoned house.
No, Linda isn't Bob's girlfriend. Bob is Linda's boyfriend. Get it right. Other way around.
Oh, sorry.
We need the power structure.
We're girlfriend
in this,
boyfriend.
in this couple.
I was thinking I could stay over tonight. Why? We're girlfriend boyfriend. To do what?
You're quoting Barbie right now at a time
I'm
like
really not
this.
sure.
You know how many people probably went as Barbie for Halloween this year? Oh my
Exactly.
god.
Exactly. But Lego set setting. I think
Michael's house.
I think it'd be really
Bro-
cool to get the
broken
car.
down house.
The
The
car.
car?
The car with Michael Myers. It's like a nice $20 set.
You like press a button and he pops up or something in the back.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, it's the
The station wagon.
yeah,
is-
the station wagon
oh.
that Michael drives.
I thought you meant the red car.
No,
he
no,
puts
no, no,
Annie
no,
in.
no. The station wagon he drives.
I thought you were talking about like the red Firebird or whatever the
No,
hell it
no, no,
was.
no. You get a Loomis action figure so you can just drive it around Loomis, but he doesn't realize that Michael's in there.
I think Michael's house would be a good set.
That'd
And
be
like
cool.
like inside you have like a dead dog meat or whatever. Like, didn't he eat it? Didn't they say like is that a dog? Like he was eating a dog or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you press a button and like the floorboards flip over and there's like a dead dog on it.
Oh no.
Ew.
I don't like that.
Well, you know, it's part of the set, okay?
Okay. Midnight movie or matinee or midnight movie. I think this is a good like 10 o'clock. You finish around 11:30 and go to bed by midnight.
If we're talking, if you're watching this on Halloween,
Yeah.
Halloween, Northern Hemisphere in the north, it's dark by 8 p.m. Start at 8 p.m. It'll be ending right when there's no trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, but no, actually,
you
you start it at 9 o'clock when there's no or you start at like 9:30, 10
No,
o'clock.
I think you
when
want.
there's no
I think you
trick-or-treaters.
want this playing when there's trick-or-treaters. Like little kids, like see you.
Imagine watching it on like
like you
imagine
go to the
having it
door
like-
and,
like
trick-or-treaters see through your window or whatever. Michael.
No, I
Myers
was gonna
would
say,
do.
imagine projecting it on like your garage, and trick or treaters are just coming
Okay, that,
to and fro.
that would be lit. First of all, if you have
Honestly.
like Halloween projected on your garage door on Halloween,
That'd be cool.
and then like you have the bowl of candy and like
You're just sitting there
like
watching
you're in
it.
a suit or whatever that looks like it's just like a mannequin, and then you lunge at children to
Okay.
scare them.
I think like 10
like
o'clock.
like a Skeletor.
10 o'clock is a good movie.
One of
time for
those
this.
giant skeletons, and then
Jeez.
like a plague doctor or something
Okay.
on your front lawn.
Interesting, but okay.
And then, and then you just
Um,
got that plan. And then there'd be some kids who just like, we're just gonna stay here and watch the movie.
Exactly. You know, you get a nice little community gathering. for
And you're like,
Halloween.
hey, I said 1 candy bar. You took 4. Put 3 back.
see, that's why kids are annoying.
One king size bar each. You little twerps.
That's why you kill the kids in the movie. God.
No.
Double
I'd-
feature picture show.
Halloween or Halloween 2. No.
Halloween 2 or Halloween 2018.
No.
Pretty simple.
No.
What?
Actually, Halloween and then The Thing. John Carpenter.
John Carpenter double
duo.
feature. Not bad.
Mhm.
It's not bad.
Mhm.
Would this film be better under the influence? I think it, I don't think you need it,
What
but
is the influence of what?
Whatever.
Something that induces a bad trip, maybe.
maybe. I think being like chugging
Hey,
a few beers,
Hey, maybe
chugging a
every
few brewski beers.
every once in a while on Halloween, maybe you need a bad trip to like get in like a spirit of
Halloween
being
mood.
scared, you know?
Ooh,
put this on,
Ooh.
have a bad trip, and you're like, oh man. You come to and you're like, man, that was frightening. I'm all sweaty and like traumatized. That was great. Let's do it again next year. That's what I'm saying.
I like that idea. I like that. See with friends, alone, or on a date.
This is the classic, like, girl, like, oh, I can't look at the screen.
I can
it's
protect
so scary.
you. Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah. One night stand or comeback kid. I think solely because
It's in the title.
it's in the title.
Whether you even want to watch it or not, it's gonna be on TV.
It's a comeback kid.
Every Halloween.
You can catch some things. It's still enjoyable. And then finally, to round this out, and to finally round out spooky season 2023.
In November.
In November.
In Movember.
Rating out of 10. I'd give this a 7. It's good. That's all I can really say about it.
I just don't feel very strongly about it either way, to be honest. Like a 6.8.
Okay.
You know, not super amazing, but like not bad either.
Yeah. I wasn't like blown away. It didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah,
but
for a movie that's literally been hyped up my entire life, that was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, but it's still good. It now comes, or we're finally done with spooky season 2023.
Tragically.
Tragically, the such hits as Jaws and
We're never gonna let that one go.
yeah, we definitely are. But that means though that it is my pick. I can choose whatever movie I want to choose.
You don't have to follow a theme this time.
And I don't have to follow a theme.
Actually, no. You have to pick a movie about pilgrims, Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
the Village would be a good choice.
The Village, yo.
Or,
Hold up.
Or The Witch, or they have to have the stupid hats with the buckles on it, or else it doesn't count. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The pilgrim hat.
Oh,
That's
okay.
It has.
Okay.
That has to be the only requirement. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think. How many pilgrim movies are there?
God, I don't know.
We should definitely talk about the Thanksgiving horror film when it comes out.
Definitely.
That's like peak mockbuster.
Not really though. It's an actual blockbuster though.
Well, I think it's based off a fake
trailer. It's
trailer
based off of a trailer
that was in a different movie.
Yes.
Which is, there's a lot of good joke movie ideas that could just be actual movies.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Oh yeah. But it is my pick. And first and foremost, this movie.
The Polar Express.
No.
No. Okay.
It's not Christmas time yet.
Well,
that might be my pick for Christmas.
According to all the
that
stores,
might be my pick for Christmas, but stop.
According to all stores and radios, it's already Christmas.
Well, I do not abide to that ideology. So.
What about second Halloween?
Oh my gosh, shut up. I'm building up
Oh.
to my thing. Gosh. Trevor, hold on. My movie that I'm picking for next.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
No. This movie has been in my mind because I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter and Instagram. Because it was.
Were they talking trash or talking?
No, they were just talking about how it is now on Netflix.
Are you sure it wasn't just me telling you it was on Netflix?
I actually saw it before you told me.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You
I did.
liar.
No, shut up. You know what? I'll go back to my. I'm gonna go back to the first one. We're actually watching
little movie called You Suck.
Yeah, we're actually watching a little movie called Kung Fu Panda. Just kidding. We're not watching Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda is actually pretty good though.
It's a good movie, but no, I am talking, of course, about one of my favorite movies. We talked about The Thing.
Yep.
You know.
One of my top 4. Is
We've-
I don't wanna spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I
You
know
almost
what you're
said
talking.
it.
What?
Is it one of my top 4?
Yeah.
It is one of my top 4.
No way.
I did move it down recently, though.
those keen-eyed viewers who are all up in your top 4, like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what he's talking about.
I know. I've nailed it down to 4.
What are those 4?
It's on Netflix now. I will be choosing Whiplash, 2014. Damien Chazelle's movie about a drummer, and J.K. Simmons playing basically a prototype Omni-Man.
You
Next-
only
this-
like that movie because you picture yourself as Miles Teller.
No, I picture myself actually as J.K. Simmons. Me yelling at you.
The mean teacher?
Yeah. I'm actually not posting this podcast anywhere. This is just all going in the database, so it make you crazy.
Oh.
And making you a better podcaster.
You haven't said anything about, like, staying on rhythm or anything. Keep on beat.
You know how I've accidentally kicked you a bunch of times during this recording?
That was, like,
That's actually me. That's my training to you. So
I thought you were just playing footsie.
no.
Oh.
No, I'm not trying to play fuck, marry, kill with you and getting you on all 3 answers. So, whoa. But of course I will be next week.
Is this one of those movies with only 2 people in it?
No, there's a lot more.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Does this all take place in one room?
No. But that will be hopefully this upcoming Friday, if not next Friday.
Or the Friday after that? Or
we
the
are
Friday
going
after
to
that?
no. We are
No?
going to
We're
try
sticking to a schedule?
We're going to try to get back on schedule,
Okay,
get back on
alright,
track.
alright.
So hopefully we'll be here next week for Whiplash, and hopefully we'll get Graham's pick, who's up next after Whiplash, to give us his pick, as well as hopefully maybe in the near future get some other people to join instead of just Graham, and then maybe we can get Christian back. Let's try to get
Maybe.
Christian back.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, you can follow me on Letterboxd at _filmworker_.
I'm Trevzilla on Letterboxd. You know where it is.
You know how it do.
Look at my top 4 and tell me I'm the best for the greatest 4 movies of all time.
That's a lie. But
in my opinion.
That is the
I
truth
know.
then. But yeah, you can follow this show on Spotify at Relax and Rewind, as well as on YouTube at the channel After the Credits. It's where you can find all past episodes, as well as all episodes of our other show, The Fine Cut. You can also follow us on Instagram at _AfterTheCredits_. And just follow us there. Leave us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. It's great.
We need some community engagement if there is
Exactly.
a community, because we're
Yeah.
not sure there is one.
Yeah,
at
we're
the
just
moment.
throwing this out to the wind, and hoping people will listen. But yeah, we'll see you next time on Relax and Rewind for Whiplash. You excited?
I got my drumsticks ready.
Hell yeah. We'll see you then. So, bye.